What's up? Yo, turn off your camera. Don't want to look at you.
Gay.
Got me.
Got me. Yo, this fucking WordPress table thing is some of that hot and fresh bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Maybe it's just that I don't understand it. Like, it seems to be about the same thing as what we were doing before, except instead of importing from a software like R that's like literally meant to do data, it's just like it's WordPress. So I don't know, all the like it just basically is like wants you to copy in like JavaScript and CSS like language or whatever, but ironically those are two languages I don't know, and R is the only one that I do know. So it's like I wish I could just like pass the R table into this, but no, that'd be too fucking easy.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
I'm working on it, but
Hello.
I've worked on it for like
Hey,
2 hours.
Jay!
Why is it doing this?
Is there anywhere
Yeah, I
that
know if
has game by game data yet?
Game by game as in what?
Like last season game by
DJ.
game data. He was here for a second.
I'm guessing you can hear me, but I cannot hear anyone.
That is factual. What, Corsica doesn't have last year game by game, or you mean like
No, he
There we
doesn't.
go. Can you hear me?
DJ?
You can hear me? No?
DJ,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, you can hear me.
Yes. Loud
Okay.
noises.
Wait, can you see? All right, there we go. Wait, you can hear me or not?
Yes. Holy
We can
shit,
hear you.
yes.
Then why do you keep saying things?
Because you're stupid as shit.
Okay, we did. I know. The problem was my headphones were on for so long that they turned off. So then I turned them back on, and then I looked, and I somehow unplugged my microphone, and I was like, "Shit!" So I plugged it back in, and then it like glitched my settings, and I'm like, "Oh boy!" So then I had to go back in and get it back on my headphones.
You mean by team or by player?
By player.
Okay. No, I don't. I don't know of anywhere in particular.
Yeah, I'm just waiting, I guess. I feel like a really helpful stat would be like expected fantasy points. I think you told me about it, but I've been thinking about it. Like that would be so helpful for like especially like now where there's not a ton of game data. Like, yeah, he scored 0.5 points, but he had 6 block shots, and he didn't
Yeah,
score
like
any
fucking
goals. But he's a 21% shooter who had 8 shots yesterday or whatever. Like,
yeah, right. Like fucking Risto yesterday. Ristolainen had 0 shots on goal in the game, and he had 7 shot attempts in the first 10 minutes of the third period. I was
That
like
sounds like what I
legitimately crying. I was like literally crying because I ended up tying the dude because of Risto's late assist. But I had Risto versus he was done. And I needed blocks to make it or an assist, the way that fantasy draft scoring is set up. And he did not get a single shot on net, but on the power play, he took like 4 shots consecutively. And I was like, oh my God, one of those hit the goalie. One of those hit the goalie. Like, let's go. Let's go. And then none of them ever got registered as shots. I was so depressed. And then they tied the game with like, well, actually, it was what, 4th goal? Or the 3rd goal? Yeah, it was the 3rd goal. At like 12:30, I'm just watching, like clawing my eyeballs out, like I'm about to lose to this fucking asshole.
Well, if you want a bet, so did you win?
I ended up literally tying him.
I was gonna say you must have had a block in OT. I feel like I definitely did.
No, he did not.
Really?
He had 2 block shots, one in the first, one in the second, and then he had an assist.
Do you want to play?
Fantasy,
sorry, we were still going.
Well, on fantasy draft, it's 6 points for an assist and 2 points per block or shot.
Oh.
And and I was 10 points down going into the late game. I'm like, I know what Risto needs because that was the only thing different between our lineups. And but none of his 10 shot attempts went on net, which was really sad.
That is quite sad. So you just drew even?
Yeah, just tied him and split the money.
All right, so if Eichel and Kane would have scored, which they had a good chance in overtime, I had Chad Johnson in net, so he would have got the win. They would have both got me points. I would have gotten $250 instead of $50.
Decent.
I was so mad. I was watching.
Are so bad.
If they just would have won the game, even if those two didn't score, I would have gotten $50. It's just so fucking frustrating because I was in that $20 game. My lineup was fucking smashing. I owe you for that late. I'll buy you a nice little beer. Also, Doug, are you going?
At this point, it doesn't look good. I mean, I'm like literally drowning right now. I worked for like 15 hours today without stopping. So pretty much this is the least ideal week of all time. And then our fucking exam, at which I got a 50 on the last one, is on Monday morning. So it's like a 14 hours of driving. I'm trying to, Matt, I'm trying to then like the next couple of weeks, but it would, well, I'll talk to you about it at some point because pretty much any other time would be better. But DG, you said you're going back next semester too, right?
I'm probably going to go back for sure. I'll go back for sure. I'll just go. I don't even care. Like, I want to go.
Like next week?
Yep. No, I can't
just come on back.
Game time decision whether or not next week works.
It's not I don't know. I mean, it's I don't know. I just kept wondering because I kept like feeling like you were going to go and then like, I don't know. And I'm like, wait. So
I literally I didn't even know that I had this test on Monday until this Monday when she was like, oh, like because the second test kind of sneaks up on after the first one, where the first one was all like way into the semester. This one's only like a few weeks later, and she's like, oh yeah, like we have this test on Monday. I'm like, excuse me.
I just lost everyone.
Fuck you.
Did you hear that? Did you?
DJ's a fucking pussy boy.
Holy shit, we can say whatever we want now.
I heard none of that.
Fucking pussy boy. Pussy boy.
I heard very little of what Doug said. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's you guys.
Fucking pussy boy.
Also, we did get a 5-star rating and sing along. So
DJ sucks dick for free.
Wait, what did they say? What song they wanted you to sing or no?
No, I mean it's a rap, but it's kind of like very weird. Like the rhyme scheme is just bad, and there's a couple spelling errors.
Yo,
wait, they did tell you what you
would you like me to read it?
Yes.
What?
Practice.
Practice. I'm just gonna read it. It's moods as a fish, and I cannot lie. His plays are worth a buy. Although they wrote BUY, so I mean, I think they meant like play them.
Yeah.
Because then it ends up being better.
Okay, both are very true because my plays are good, but plays that I end up rostering are fucking dog shit regularly.
Okay, good. See, usually sounding fatigued and a girl out of his league, follow his plays, load your sleigh with barrels of cash you can stash.
That's pretty good.
R.I.P. F.I. Love Jimmer. But like, I don't know what song. I was trying to think like a song I could do it to.
I don't know who Jimmer is. Let me figure this out.
It says Jimmer Frat.
Jim.
I think he's going Jimmer Frittata.
Oh.
But like, I don't know who he really is. Is it Jimmer Frittata? Or Fredetta? It was Fredetta.
Jesus.
Wait, they did that like
is it
days ago?
Is it James Flath?
Yo, make a 5-star rating and comment back and see what he said.
Yo, you suck.
Yeah, we're down to 4 stars now, so I don't know what happened there. Also, my phone just died, and it's like 98%, so that's good. It's back. Now it's at 89%.
Down at 4 stars. Good.
Yeah, what the fuck? Who gave us a 1? We got a 5. That's all I can see, and now it's like, oh, we're down now. Holy shit, I have 9 notifications on Twitter. What the fuck happened?
Yeah, we got another couple of 1s.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Never mind, I see them all.
It's probably the other Morningscape people.
They're mainly.
Yeah, we should rank them low and see. Be like, fuck you for stealing our name.
Also, Spooner's out. Kenny Agostino should be on the power play. Okay.
Sorry, what'd you say? I was trying to read the Skimmer Frat.
No.
I was saying that Spooner's out.
I see you guys have made a lot of progress
And-
in the podcast.
We got
Would
another
be on the
meeting.
power play?
But it's 9:40 and you won't start it.
Yeah, I know.
You're not going
Oh.
to bed till then.
That's okay. Who cares?
Bueller?
We need sleep.
Bueller?
TJ, what were you saying?
You want to
Oh, I
sleep?
was saying Spooner's on the power play. I mean, Kenny Agostino is
What is in your mouth?
supposed to be on the power play based off practice.
Why do you
I
do
didn't
things
it
like
off.
this?
I
What
did
is,
it off the other day. I've
what
just
is
been playing
wrong
with
with you? That's a choke hazard.
I'm not a baby.
What's a choke hazard?
Good night.
Don't stay up too late. You're gonna be a bear and then have to wake up. None of them have to wake you up in the morning. They don't know what it's like.
It's not.
Yo, Rachel,
Babe, you turn your alarm off.
I'll get up at
every day.
7 a.m. each morning to go to work.
I do. I have 8 a.m. class
Pussy.
every day.
Yeah. I have 8:30 work every day.
I have a 10 o'clock meeting tomorrow.
Oh, DJ be up by 10.
8 a.m. work every day.
Yeah, Rachel says she has work starts at 8 a.m. every day, so fuck you.
Oh.
Well, then tell her to go to fucking bed.
You
Matt
think
says
you're
go to
better than
bed.
me?
Yeah, she says she is.
This isn't fucking rocket science.
Yeah,
Fuck off.
I don't know. Getting up isn't even that hard anymore. Granted, I get up at like 8:30. Wait.
Oh, really? Is that...
Getting up is so easy.
Hold on. Wait.
Okay.
Oh my
you
God,
guys
don't-
see the news
no,
of the day?
shut up, Matt. I figured out your lag 5-game average thing for your sheet literally just then. Oh,
Oh my god.
it's fucking game time.
Amazing.
Let's
God, I have so many
Uh,
emails I need to check. Fuck. Go on.
Speaking of the greatest thing to ever happen in world history, did you see Pulak is playing tomorrow?
Yes, I did.
They read your tweets.
And he's on the power play one because they're fucking retards. So yeah, that's happening.
Yeah.
So fade Pulak?
Fade him at 2% owned.
Yeah. Okay. What?
CSM has him projected at 0%. He's not the lowest.
Nashville, Philadelphia.
8th lowest projected player.
Philly is
In the
fucking
world?
favored in this game.
Yo, it's Voracek season, boys. Yo, 1 assist, still at
What day?
4 points or something.
What is DJ doing?
Dude,
Yo,
what
Doug,
the
do you-
fuck is
Dropping
going
marbles
on?
on his desk.
When you click on Voracek, you see that his salary was $6,050 last time out.
What? Really?
That's what it says. I mean, that's not right. I'm pretty sure you're 6,300.
Yeah, I thought it was 63.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm gonna get back to the email later. All right, so
TJ,
are we ready to? Oh, I'm sorry,
What-
I'm totally zoned
TJ,
out.
what are you doing differently? I can hear you click everything right now.
Yeah, I'm clicking through shit, and I was making an email, but I'm just gonna ignore it for now.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard you actually click before. Also,
Huh.
someone is coming in as like I'm repeating myself in the headphone. Can you hear that or no?
No,
I can't.
You can't? Okay.
But usually what you hear is what comes up on the pod, I think, because like you can never hear, like when you cut out and like neither DJ nor I can hear you, you can always still hear it on the pod. So like I feel like
Okay.
whatever you hear is the truth. So if you hear it, we probably need to do something about it.
Okay, let me just keep
fuck.
talking.
Fuck.
Talking.
You're
I
Fucking
don't hear
talking,
anyone.
you.
I don't hear it, so it might have just been random.
6,050, sure enough.
You don't fucking hear it? You fucking wait. Are you both saying fuck? Cause fuck.
Tampa, Columbus. I'm just trying to go through with any injuries. Oh, I hear it again.
Buzz.
Oh wait, I started hearing it in the background now too. Say something.
Let's see.
Say something really loud.
Penis.
Yeah, I can hear it. Wait. Art thou feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
Oh God.
Art thou feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
Now it sounds like someone's in an alien machine.
That is what it sounded like.
Wait, DJ, is your sound not going through headphones?
No, it is. I mean, you guys both kind of sound like shit to me, but that's because I can't plug in my Wi-Fi. So
Fuck you too.
Wait, what?
I can't plug in the Wi-Fi box to my computer because my friend's using his laptop for a class, and I can't really be like, no.
Oh.
He has like an online class tonight.
Get another wire. Oh wait,
We have another router. It's in my we have new internet now for the whole house. It's supposed to be way better, and it has been.
Can you
But,
fill this up for me?
Yeah, I got it.
but if I sound fine, then I don't really care.
Thank you.
I barely listen to either of you, anyways. Like I re-listened to the podcast, and I'm like, oh, that's what he was talking about when he asked me something I had no idea what he was saying.
I pretty much guarantee this is on DJ's end. Why I'm repeating myself.
So
Without knowing why, I would just guess that.
yeah, generally speaking, is the fucking faggot's fault normally. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, guys.
Fuck you.
Also, Matt, those tickets are super fucking expensive for the game on Saturday.
It's $50 to go to a fucking McDavid game.
I mean, that's a fact. I don't know. We'll talk. We'll talk. Post pod talk. Post pod talk.
Just being a big bitch, I see.
It's not even that factual.
No, we're not. We're just not big baller brand like you are now, Matt.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, I make. I get that $400. Wait, what?
Day works.
I do, but I'm not big baller brand.
That's a compliment.
I'm not little Dicky Ball. Did you guys see that video or no?
Yeah.
'Cause you might have. Oh, you did. I was like, if anyone would get it, Doug would get that. That was funny.
You said yeah already.
All right,
Put your water
so
bottle away.
all right, I won't. God.
9 a.m.
Okay, I'll remind you that.
Oh shit! I should plug in my laptop. It won't die. If it starts to die, I'll just do it later. All right. Good night.
I'll just do it later. Good times.
I don't want to turn around right now. I'm fucking exhausted. In case you guys weren't wondering or were. Stayed up last night till like 2, and then I got up at like 8:30.
Yep.
I am so.
Wow, guess how much I care.
-4.
Okay, just making sure that was clear.
Here we go.
Oh my god, I am on repeat. I can hear myself. This is not good.
Here,
All
I'll
right.
hang up and see if it gets better or worse, and then just call me back.
Okay. Hello, hello, hello. I can still hear it.
All right. I'll ask you if I can plug in for
Yay.
45 minutes, but then I gotta unplug it at 45 minutes.
Well, I don't know what it would be. Like, I don't know if it's the Wi-Fi. Hello, hello, hello.
Want me to get off and come back on?
Hello, hello. Let me just keep trying. Hello, hello, hello.
When Doug comes back, I'm gonna get off.
Okay. Let me try because I don't hear it anymore. It was like I don't know if he was still on when I was talking, but that could be
Instead of
it.
that, I'm just gonna get off on my phone from the Wi-Fi. Just open up one more device. Maybe it'll sound better.
Hello, hello, hello,
Hello,
hello.
is it me, yo? Rock and roll. Sounds good.
Hello. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, everything sounds
When
way
Doug
better.
comes back,
Taking my phone off the Wi-Fi just made it sound so much better. Do you have to re-invite him? Because I can't believe he's not back yet. What is he doing, jerking off?
No, I did invite him. He's probably jerking himself off. Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, there he is. Quick jerk off.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Sucking his own wiener.
Sucking a ween, my dude. All right, there he is. All right, now let's get started.
So was it me?
Hold on. Let me try again. Hello.
I don't hear
Okay,
anything.
it's gone away. DJ pulled himself off of his Wi-Fi on his phone, which
And then it just sounded
can't
better.
imagine. Yeah.
Dude, do you know anything about fucking internets, bro?
Do you even
What's an
internet?
internet? What's
All
an
right, Doug, you
internet?
got to. Okay, every time Doug talks, his face comes up on my whole screen. I'm gonna move it to my TV and just like Snapchat it. Wait, tell me you guys saw my story from yesterday.
Your story?
Oh my god, dude! So we got new drinking fountains in our gym, and it like shows you how many water like bottles you saved of water. And I got the 69th water bottle saved.
What?
I almost just shit my pants and left. Like I was so excited.
Yo, ours are like
It was
all
the-
say like 50,000.
I have the video saved on my phone. I'm gonna watch it.
In case you forget what it was.
Oh god, it's so beautiful. All right, let's get started, baby. Come on, yep. Let's get it started in here.
Running. I think I have everything that I would want to mention. I don't know of recent injuries that wouldn't be on Daily Face-Off, but
Dude, honestly, there's got to be a
Honka being
site
out.
like Roto World that we could just go to
Is Roto World actually good?
and then just
I
like
don't know.
see them all in order. They have a thing for it. Roto World Injury News Hockey. It is a
Okay.
thing. Let's look.
Let
But it
me
has
just
every
take-
single team's injuries. So Spooner's on there. I mean, yeah, fuck, it works.
Oh, well, it's not like in order of. I guess it has the date that it happened, but yeah, it's not like
Yeah.
here's yesterday's injury. It's like, okay.
We want it by the minute.
Face-Off has a thing where it's like the news in order, basically.
Is it better?
But let me click on hockey player news and see what's up. Oh yeah, it is. It is much more up to the minute, I guess.
Dallas at Arizona. Let's go.
Again,
About to be 0-0, 10 shots apiece.
yep. Okay. I think I am. Yeah.
Are we starting or no?
Hold on, I'm just looking through today's news,
Oh.
making sure nothing happened. I don't think Simmons is going to play. Any ideas on who would be the power play fill-in for him?
Simmons.
Just take a look at their last game, because I know he got hurt mid-game sometime. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know if it'll actually.
I'm gonna literally be going game by game, and like I'm not really like I have like 3 games loaded. I'll just keep loading up games, I guess.
Yo,
What's
Matt,
game
for
number
the
4? There's only 9 of those bitches. I like the first 3 up, and then I'm gonna load the rest.
do you want 5-game expected goals for and against, or 5-game expected goals for and against above average?
Above average. Like
Okay.
above
All right. Oh,
expectation. I guess it's more like above expectation, just relatively, but I mean, whatever's fine.
well, so I have like what their season expected goals against and for per 60 was, and so then I was just doing that, or like whatever they got minus that, right? And that's the how much
correct.
above or below average.
Yep.
Okay, and then do that for 5 and 10 games.
Yep.
Okay. Well, then I didn't solve
Nope.
your. Well, I mean, I solved your problem in that I figured out how to do it, but I was doing it for goals for, not goals for above average.
Okay.
But
All right.
whatever, it'll be
We've
done.
been. I accidentally started the broadcast before you guys came on. So let me just give us like 30 seconds of dead air so I know when exactly to cut it rather than clicking every 30 seconds to make sure I didn't miss when we started.
Penis.
Did you want to do the intro?
You say me or Doug?
DJ.
DJ.
Yeah, no, I can do it. Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah, just give us like 10 solid seconds of dead air so I can see it on the
Alright.
little bar thing.
All right. 3. I'll just wait. Dead air for 10 seconds. Go. No, I didn't know. Like, I wanted to make sure we were.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
No, I wanted to, like, I was like, wait, how do I, like, know when we're going to start the dead air time?
10, 9, 8, 7.
Yeah, I know. So I was like, fuck. Like, I dead air starting whenever Matt shuts the fuck up.
I'm ready.
All right. Hello and welcome to the Morningscape podcast. I am your host, DJ Mitchell, back from my hiatus. We are here with Matt and Doug, the 3 clown Migos, as I called us earlier, back for another extremely fun slate. Matt, I'll kick it to you.
Clown Migos is quite a good way to describe us. I don't think there's too much else to say. A pretty uninteresting Wednesday night slate, unless you like really high shooting percentages,
Those are my favorite.
because that's what we're getting.
Doug, anything for you?
What were you to say, Matt?
I was just gonna say 4 goals on 5 shots for the Maple Leafs to begin the game. Pretty exciting way to start the slate.
Yo, you made fun of Zach Hyman, and then he scored a goal.
Oh, I know.
But yeah, no, nothing's really going on with me. Ready to get into this. Lots of schoolwork, lots and lots of schoolwork. That's all I ever do. But yeah, let's get it going. The Sim's been on fire recently.
Yeah, but before we get started, I did make a promise that if any fan submitted a review and rating with 5 stars, I would sing it on the podcast. So we did get one of those on Thursday, which I haven't been here to do yet. So I'm going to do it. Are we ready?
Do you want me to lay down a beat in the background or anything?
I would love if you laid down a beat, because honestly, the thing is the rhyme scheme is there, but I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to make it. I'm just going to make it happen. I mean, I'm a DJ, of course. So yeah, lay down that beat.
Break it down, DJ.
Moods is a fish, and I cannot lie. His plays are worth a buy, usually sounding fatigued and a girl of his league. Follow his plays, load your slays with barrels of cash that you can stash.
Woo!
Thank you.
All right, so
Go
now you know. If you review us with 5 stars, that can happen again, and you can pick the beat. I mean, you could give me anything from In Sync to I don't know.
Information that you give in the review as to how the review should be saying, the better. Like maybe say like intro with a slow reggae beat, and then follow up with a disco hip hop beat.
I need Bob Marley to sing it. Give me whatever you need. I will make it happen. I will impersonate someone. I don't know.
On the Morningscape Pod, we're here to make your dreams come true. Let's get into the slate.
Thank you. Thank you to Dimmer to Goat for leaving that review. Much appreciated. I am a fish, but I also give you the hot fire takes for you to use yourself. So that's really kind of how it goes here. I give more than I take. So let's go to Thursday's slate, where we're yes, we'll just cut you off there because this can only go in a negative direction. So we have 9 games on the Thursday slate. We're looking at, in order of start time, Vancouver at Boston, the Islanders at the Rangers, Nashville at Philly, Tampa at Columbus, New Jersey at Ottawa, Edmonton at Chicago on a back-to-back, but they are at home for this game, so it's not quite a road back-to-back, as I normally like to point out. St. Louis at Colorado. They are on the road after, I believe they're at home tonight. Can someone fact-check that for me? But anyways, St. Louis is at Colorado. It was Chicago at St. Louis.
Yes,
tonight,
it was.
Right?
St. Louis was home.
So it's kind of two strange back-to-backs. It's not quite a road back-to-back for either team here. Then Carolina at Calgary and Dallas at Arizona. And Dallas just played Arizona, so that's pretty exciting. So, yeah, I mean, it's 9 games, so it's not quite the monstrosities that we've seen the last few big slates we've had. Do any of these games really stand out to you in terms of pace, in terms of like value, anything like that? Just sort of stand out to you before we go game by game.
Were you asking me or Doug? Because didn't Doug just pull some stats on that?
I was gonna ask DJ. Just
I mean,
just
I think that Nashville, Philadelphia is pretty cool. Columbus has been high-scoring games, and Kucherov, all he does is score, no matter what. Dallas, Arizona, which I think you mentioned. Those 3 kind of jump off the board to me. I mean, obviously, again, too early in the season to really get concrete numbers, but some teams just kind of play a style that you know. So, yeah, I'm expecting. I mean, the thing is, last year, if you told me New Jersey, Ottawa could have any excitement, I would have called you a liar to your face. But I mean, there could be something there, and maybe people have like a cognitive dissonance about it. I don't know.
wow.
Oh,
DJ breaking out the English.
that was crazy. Not what I was expecting. The word cognitive dissonance to come out of your mouth.
Yeah, I mean that's a phrase that matters. I was on a test recently, so I got that question
That
right.
is factual.
Thanks, Professor Pham.
Yes. So, like, any games jump out to you before we go game by game?
Yeah, I just think, I mean, the only one that DJ didn't talk about that I kind of like is this Islanders-Rangers game, just because we've got my boy John Tavares playing against the Rangers, who gave up a ton of chances last game, and they're 4th in the league in expected goals against per 60. So I'm expecting there to be ample opportunities for John Tavares at all to score some big points. So yeah, I think that's really the only one that I'm like super interested in.
Yeah, we have some more exciting news for that game that we'll get to. I mean, at risk of mentioning every single game on the slate, I really like this Edmonton-Chicago game. Chicago is currently getting exposed by the Blues. They're down 3-0 going into the 3rd period. And Edmonton, 1, has been super unlucky offensively, and 2, have been terrible defensively. So I have a feeling it could really become a track meet of sorts between McDavid and Kane. But yeah, on that note, let's jump right into Vancouver at Boston. Main news, I think the kind of slate-changing news, I don't know how much in play he'll be if he plays, but Patrice Bergeron seemed like he should play on Thursday. I know it was looking much better on Monday and Tuesday that he would play Thursday. And then this morning, he still, he didn't quite progress as expected. But he did skate on the top line, so that's worth noting. His price is probably as low as it'll get for a guy like Patrice Bergeron, who shoots a ton, plays on a dominant line, and they're going against a terrible team on the road in Vancouver. So, I think that's some pretty big news there. Other than that, Doug, any plays jump out to you from this game? I know this is one of the more slower-paced games we'd expect on the slate.
Yeah. When I look at it just in this game, just looking at just this game, there's some guys that stand out. But yeah, the problem is compared to all the other games, there's not a ton that the Sim likes in this game. Brock Besser, is it Besser?
Yep. Yeah, Besser.
Yeah. Sim loves him at 4.2. Just because I think he's pretty cheap. They give him a really high chance of breaking his salary-based expectation, but I think that's just kind of a product of his salary being so low. But that's certainly somebody you could take advantage of. Bergeron's right there at the top, but nobody that I'm extremely interested in here.
Another piece of news is that Spooner will be out for, I think it was at least 4 weeks, correct?
Yeah, 46 weeks.
There was a mention that in place of Ryan Spooner, Kenny Agostino would be coming into the lineup. Potential for power play time was something I retweeted from one of their beat reporters. But I don't really know how in play he'll be, considering he'll probably take over a fourth line role. He is 2.7K on DraftKings, so it's worth noting. He has been, I mean, he'll be playing and very cheap. But until I kind of know for sure if he'll be on the power play or where he'll slot in, I'm going to be hesitant. I also don't think Bergeron's going to play tomorrow from what I've read, but it's definitely keep an eye on. And if he ends up out there for, before the pre-game skates, then maybe throw him in a couple of GPPs because no one's going to have him. Right now he has an O next to his name on DraftKings, and I don't think that'll change until later in the day.
Yeah, for sure. Just to note, I agree that Agostino is in play if he dresses. He was the AHL's leading scorer last season. And he did get a cup of coffee with the Blues towards the end of the year, I know. So
Cool expression. Yeah.
Yeah.
One more name I'll note is Granlund was with the Sedins. He really hasn't had a good start to the year. He's 3.4K. I mean, the power play with the Sedins, and I just remember last year he really flourished with them, but I'm not positive on the lines. There's some correlation with the Sedins and Gagne as well. So he could end up switching. I'm going to wait and see if they do run a morning skate or if I get any clarification. But if you're with the Sedins, I don't think it's as much of a boost as it once was, but that line did flourish last year. I don't think I'll have it really but at that cheap of an option, it could be there as someone to consider, I guess.
Yeah, so just a note from practice today. I know you said you don't think Bergeron will play, but if he does, even so, the power play units look like Marchand, Bergeron, Pastrnak, Krug, and Agostino.
That's what it looks like as of now. That's what I was kind of alluding to. So it's in play.
Yep. Yeah, so it's certainly in play. And then the last thing I'll mention before we move on from this game is Tuukka Rask took a somewhat nasty hit in practice today and did not return to practice. So no idea if he's actually injured or if he kind of took the day off, he was sore or whatever from the collision. But here, and without Rask in that, I mean, they have they're not necessarily deep on goaltending, so that might make a name like Messer a bit more appealing without Tuukka Rask in that. So,
yeah, I agree. I mean, I can't imagine rostering a single defenseman on Vancouver or anything. It really is tough to pick a guy. So it's like, I don't know.
It's strange because
Dustin only had 14 minutes. Like, you know what I mean? Granlund led their offense in minutes with 19, but that's including a bunch of penalty kill time. But I'll let you talk. Sorry.
Yeah, so Besser really gets his boots because he's such a good power play name. And speaking of that, I mean, Alex Edler is out for the foreseeable future, and I mean, nobody in Vancouver is expensive on defense, and the minutes literally have to go somewhere.
Delzado's
so
getting
you look at a guy like, like Delzado's getting a bunch of minutes. Ben Hutton was all over the ice against Ottawa. Didn't really have a huge fantasy game, but I was watching that game. So, that's really, I think, the two guys you want to look at if you need a deep defenseman. But I think we'll also cover a couple guys who might be a bit more viable. Speaking of viable deep defensemen, let's
in the next game,
Islanders at Rangers. It's official, boys. We're getting Ryan Kulak tomorrow. Now, and Doug Waite could wake up and say, "Oh wait, Kulak, screw that guy. I don't want to play him yet." But on Wednesday, after practice, Waite said, he quoted, and he said that Ryan Kulak will play tomorrow. And in practice, Ryan Kulak was playing on the first power play unit alongside Nick Leddy, Tavares, Eberle, and Anders Lee. So the Islanders power play is a train wreck. I attribute most of that to the Leddy-Tavares combo not being able to take one-timers because Tavares goes up to the point and all he has is a lefty to pass to who has to catch it, skate, and then shoot. And it's just lame. But Kulak can catch the pass and take a one-timer. it's a little thing like that, but it makes such a huge difference if you watch power plays throughout the league. I really, really like Fulak at 2.7. So I will make him my lock of the slate so long as he plays. Chuck, you haven't talked in a while. I know you want to talk about Tavares. How does Tavares fit in among the other stud centers on the slate, in your opinion?
I was just looking at his recent stats, and he really hasn't been doing very much of anything recently, which is sort of gets me a little excited that people aren't going to be on him as much. As far as compared to the other top centers, Sim has Stamkos and Sagan kind of a little bit favored over him in terms of their floor as well as their upside. So I like him. I think he's going to be super underowned. I mean, they have Stamkos twice as owned as he will be tomorrow. So, yeah, I would play him in GPPs, but I don't think that I would be jamming him in cash like I normally do. I mean, the Rangers have been showing a lot of offense and the Islanders haven't, so I guess I'm going to wait and see before I lock in a guy that's 6.7 who had 1 point in both of his last two games. So that's sort of where I'm at with Tavares.
Yeah, I think I agree. Like Zibanejad is the same price as Tavares and has been much better. I like that line, their first line, Zibanejad, Nash, and Zuccarello, just a little bit. I don't think I'll have too much, but I think in cash, if you're paying up at center, you want to go up to one of these guys, Stamkos, McDavid, or Sagan, just given they're on the road, but they're in pretty good matchups. So, DJ, any plays from this game that we haven't touched on that you want to mention, or should we move on?
I mean, I was just going to say for the Rangers, it's really Nash, Zibanejad, Zuccarello line driving most of the minutes, and they're all correlated on the power play right now. So I would completely ignore the Rangers, but I do really like the offensive upside coming from the Islanders, and you can fit that in with a few of their lines. I mean, Tavares is getting the majority of the minutes, and then the other guys are kind of coming in. But I think both top lines tomorrow are in play for stackable options, but we can move on. No big news to really crack.
Yep. So we're looking at Nashville at Philadelphia. On the Philly side, Wayne Simmons looks to be out. I want to say he's closer to doubtful than he is questionable or out, but it sure seems like he got injured, left last game. Doesn't seem like he'll play, but keep an eye on that because that should open up a valuable role on the Philly power play 1. As you might be able to tell just from looking at the game log, I mean, Philly's been absolutely on fire. So, there's certainly some offensive potential here. DJ, thoughts on Nashville at Philadelphia?
I mean, Nick Bonino didn't play last game. I'm trying to find anything. It sounds like he'll be out again, and that really moved Colton Sissons into a more prominent role, both power play and line 2 with Fiala and Smith on his line, Fiala on the power play and Smith as well on the power play with Arvidsson. So he kind of comes in as someone that could definitely be viable for a cheap option at center. 18 minutes. That's just one guy that's cheap that's getting a pretty big role. And then Yossi's back, and that was exciting. I'm pretty sure, he had a goal on the power play. So, I mean, I like both sides of this game. The Flyers penalty kill, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's been pretty atrocious, correct? So I don't mind targeting a bit of Nashville power play exposure throughout my lineups.
You mean penalty kill? Yeah.
Penalty kill. Did I say power? Oh, my God. No, their power play has been really good. Their penalty kill has been really bad for Philadelphia. And they gave up a goal last game, and there's some cheap options to get some power play exposures in Nashville.
Yeah, I am completely not sold on the fact that Philly is like a good team at all. Like, I think they will be able to do things offensively, but defensively, like they do not look good. So I have no problem in rostering guys against the Flyers. So I do want to take note that Arvidsson is not regularly playing on the first power play unit, which is strange to say the least, but it's definitely notable. So off of that first line, I think Forsberg is the top play. And then, like you mentioned, Sissons.
He's actually in a
power
wing.
play time now.
He's playing center, but he's listed as a winger on DraftKings, just to correct myself.
Oh, really?
There.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know. I thought he'd be center too, so I was kind of like, what? Who the
Yeah,
is
no, he was
Fiala a
center
center?
pretty much all of last
Yeah,
year.
Fiala is listed as the center for that line.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm surprised. Yeah, Fiala is at center, and like,
okay.
I mean, that's not what I'm seeing as actually what they're running. But DraftKings, you do you, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm not sure if Sim has any of these line changes kind of like noted yet, given Sissons and Fiala played 18 and 17 minutes respectively last game. But any value plays here that Sim likes, or some of the high end guys kind of show up among top on the slate?
Yeah, I mean, sort of back to the well from last pod, and I really love Voracek again for the reasons that I talked about before. But I mean, he had a game last game, but I still think that he's priced reasonably 6,050 last week if you believe DraftKings. But yeah, so yeah, the sim really likes him in terms of players to exceed their expectation. The sim's favorite play is Ekholm. He played 25 minutes last game. He's been playing 26, 27 consistently in all the games so far this year. Had at least a shot. He's only 3,500, so
And he's getting power play too.
yeah, and he's playing power play too.
Yeah.
So I don't hate that at all for 3,500. And the sim pointed that out pretty aptly.
Yeah, to wrap this game up, I mean, Ekholm is one of the safest plays on the entire slate. I think he is an exceptional cash play if you're just looking to kind of save a bit on defense. And then lastly, if with Simmons out, if you want to take a flyer on someone like Couturier, who's centering Giroux and Voracek, I would not be surprised to see if Simmons is out, Couturier to take up that net front role on the second or on the first power play unit, bumping him up from the second. So that, you know, he's priced up a bit because he's 5-on-5 success with this line of Giroux and Voracek. But if you give him some power play time with them, I don't think he's a terrible play. But he is 5.3, so I mean that's a bit pricey for me. But like I said, probably more of a flyer than anything else. So that said, let's go to Tampa Bay and Columbus. I mean, we're going to do guaranteed goals at the end of the show. Does anyone just want to lock in Kucherov right now? I mean,
wait, hold on. Is Tampa Bay playing a hockey game?
They are, in fact.
Okay, yeah. Well, Kucherov's going to score then. I just wanted to double check to make sure we were on the same page here. The guy is absolutely on fire right now, and like he is amazing. And like we were big behind him being really good, and people not really being completely on board with it. And I think by now everyone knows Kucherov is just an absolute beast. His line is it's been the best in hockey to start the year. Any arguments?
100%.
Okay, so with that, yeah, I mean, just lock it, the whole line in. I mean, I'm just kidding. But no, really, Kucherov is just a money play. Well, how is his price looking? It's got to be up there. Yeah, way up from what it was.
It went up 300 from last.
Yeah, I mean, at the start of the year.
Ridiculous, though.
It's not ridiculous. I mean, it's in play.
It's still less than Stamkos.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not diving in. Like, I don't know if I'll actually end up playing Kucherov in cash, especially on DraftKings. I know, like I've mentioned a couple of times, I play mainly on Fantasy Draft, and it's a bit looser pricing there, just because it's essentially the same salary structure, but you roster one less player. So, like, the way the average salary works, you can fit more high-end guys in there. On DraftKings, I'm not sure how, you know, like, I'm not saying he's a bad play, but I don't think he's a must play by any means on the road against Columbus, who's been, like, I mean, very good this season. I know. Was it? Yeah, you were the one who said Columbus was going to be better than the Capitals, wasn't it?
Yep.
That was something I've mentioned. I don't know if it's going to happen or not.
Well, I mean, they certainly looked the part early. I mean,
we're way too early to make that call, but yeah.
I mean,
wait, what? Like, oh, sorry, go on.
It's been exceptional. What, they're 6-1 right now? Like, I mean, and Atkinson isn't doing anything, and they're still like crushing teams. So you know, I think this is a really tough spot for someone like Kucherov. My interest is more so on the Columbus side, in all honesty. It's because, like I said, Atkinson kind of struggling. He's down here at 6,300, Panarin 6,500. I really like those two prices. And Tampa Bay, for everything they've been doing offensively, they haven't looked all that great defensively. And I think that them playing 11 forwards and 7 defensemen on a nightly basis kind of shows that they're more interested in getting their offensive powerhouses on the ice than they are, playing a safe, sound defensive game. So I really like those two for Columbus. Any other plays that you would want to mention? Maybe I'll go to Doug here before.
No, not really. I mean, you hit it. I was going to talk about Atkinson because the one thing that stands out from this matchup is how low owned they think Atkinson's going to be compared to like his expected point totals and stuff like that. So I think that you kind of stole it away and hit the nail on the head there, that Atkinson hasn't been doing much of anything, but I don't think it's time to panic yet. And I think he's going to be reasonably priced right now and really low owned for GPPs. He still has big upside playing first power play, I don't know how their lines are working anymore, but I mean, he has ample chances to score. So yeah,
sure.
I think he's in a great spot.
Yeah, I agree with you there. So, DJ, anything else on Tampa Bay at Columbus? Maybe the defenseman, any of those guys?
Well, I don't know if you heard the motor in the background, but yeah, Sergachev was getting power play 2-time. I don't know how in play he is. He's not quite getting the minutes. Hedman almost had 30 last game, so he might be somewhat of a floor play for cash. Other than that, yeah, you kind of covered Columbus really well. I really don't have much more to add. Although Foligno's goal, Doug, I tweeted it at you. Did you see it?
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
My dear Lord. I'm not saying that's repeatable by any means, but wow. Go watch I almost said Marcus Foligno. Nick Foligno's goal. It will make you believe.
I like Matt Calvert. It's like exactly how Matt and I play NHL, where he scores, but I'm like right there trying to steal the goal from him. Calvert comes in and he tries to tuck that in, and he like tries to swing at it and knock it into the net for him. Like,
whew. All right. So on that note, yeah, I think you can definitely get away with playing. I mentioned I like the top end Columbus wingers. I also think their defense is very much in play with Werenski at 5.6 and Seth Jones way down at 4.7. Each guy is averaging over 4 fantasy points per game so far this season, and that's really solid value for their prices. And I think the matchup is going to be. I think it's going to be at least a above average matchup, if not the perfect matchup. So from there, let's go to New Jersey at Ottawa. I know, DJ, you mentioned that if someone had told you like New Jersey, Ottawa at the beginning of the season, you'd have been like total pass. That said, I mean, does anyone here really catch your interest? I mean, we're looking at Hoffman, Silver, DJ.
I'm going to be honest. You cut out for the quality minute there from my listening, but I'm nowhere on to the next game. Were you sending it to me?
Oh, I was just going to say we have Mike Hoffman at 5.4 and Taylor Hall at 5.6. Do either of those guys as the lead guys on their team interest you, DJ?
Yeah. So I was looking at the last game for Ottawa, and they made a ton of line changes during the game. They obviously lost 3-0 to Vancouver, and when you don't score in Vancouver, you got to make some changes. Hoffman had 6 shots on goal, and it looks like he had a ton of correlation with Turris, and some with Stone and some with Smith. So I am extremely interested in seeing what the lines look like tomorrow. But if Hoffman's up with Turris at that price and that power play exposure, now with I don't know if you've ever heard of this guy, but his name is Carlson, Erik Karlsson. I'm super interested. New Jersey's playing a much more up-tempo, fun style of hockey. It leads to more chances. Hoffman is definitely in play. And then Taylor Hall is just so cheap right now. His price just nosedived. And also, Matt, it looks like Galchenyuk's playing on the first line for Montreal tonight. I don't know if you need to make any last-second changes.
I saw that already.
Okay, so never mind. I was making last-second changes, and my Wi-Fi was freaking out. I think it was freaking out because I was so excited.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. But we can talk about that for the Friday slate. I think Montreal's on again. Yeah, Doug, New Jersey at Ottawa. I have to expect that some of these names are going to pop up just because everyone's so cheap. Am I right? Or, what does the sim say about the New Jersey at Ottawa game?
It's actually interesting because, well, first off, the sim doesn't like New Jersey at all in this game. I mean, the top 4 guys are all Ottawa players in terms of frequency. Their floors seem higher. The sim loves Hoffman again, and then a pretty significant drop off to Carlson next in terms of just raw output. So I'm going to be looking to play Hoffman. I think again. I'm not deterred. Yeah, DJ said he had 6 shots on goal. I love that. But yeah, Taylor Hall sim doesn't really think is a great play. And I don't even know who else on New Jersey I would really want to play. But one guy the sim is kind of liking that I should mention is Damon Severson playing. He was playing like 20 minutes a night. He's 3.1. The sim seems to think for his price, he's a pretty good value. So that's not a guy that's huge upside or anything like that. But for cheap cash defenseman, I don't hate him. He's had a couple shots in each of his last 2 games. And the sim seems to like him. I don't have a good reason other than that, but that's pretty much all I've got from this game. Not a lot of New Jersey love, despite the up-tempo games they've been playing so far this year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I have a problem with not playing New Jersey. As weird as that may, it's weird that I think I'm being kind of contrarian in saying that, but even at 5.6, Taylor Hall, he had a decent run of, kind of puck luck essentially. But I just don't think he's overly necessary here. It's a pretty big slate. I still think there's a lot of value so that you can spend the extra couple thousand on someone like Kucherov or Kane, or even, you have McDavid's line mates we'll get to coming up in the next game, and then you have Hoffman. I think all of those guys are much better plays, and I just don't think you have the player New Jersey Devil in your cash games ever. I'm just so far away from believing that they're a quality hockey team, especially offensively. So, with Ottawa playing a very shut down their defensive game, their system worked. They dominated Vancouver, but Vancouver just got lucky. That happened. But I am pretty safely on the fade New Jersey, play Mike Hoffman, move on to the next game, because Erik Karlsson is still getting eased in, and I just don't have that much interest in through the nose for a guy like Karlsson, when he's not getting his patented 3 minutes and just doing everything out there. They're clearly trying to ease him in. They're playing 7 defensemen. So I think his upside is very limited here, as is his floor. So let's move on to Edmonton at Chicago. Chicago is playing on a back-to-back, like I mentioned. They're also at home. Said Edmonton, I don't think there's news here per se, but it's interesting how consistent they've been. Draisaitl remains to be out on Thursday, and Kyler Yamamoto, after getting the season in the top 6 and then only playing 6 minutes on opening night and being a healthy scratch, his last 2 games he has seen 18 minutes and 22 minutes of time on ice, and he's put up an assist in each of the last 2 games with a combined 8 shots. He should remain on McDavid's wing. I would be very surprised if he was not. And he's only 4.7. Now that I've seen it for 2 full games of him remaining on that top unit, top power play, and actually producing with it. 8 shots and 2 assists is nothing to sneeze at. I think he's very much in play. EJ, your thoughts on this game, kind of, around McDavid and on the Chicago side, given Edmonton's defensive struggles?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say that if you rostered McDavid and Yamamoto last game, you got the classic Lucic and Letestu goals that just broke your heart and just made you want to cry. But McDavid, Yamamoto, Maroon played by far the most minutes. Yamamoto, McDavid were on the power play together. I feel like a lot of people again could have cognitive dissonance as I look down my nose. And
all right, stop.
All right, I'm gonna go. No, but really, like people are going to end up saying like, I'm not gonna go back to that well. McDavid's always super high owned, but some people are just new to the game still. They may have some luck early on, and they think, oh, McDavid, and then last time they play him and he sucks, and then they got Chicago now, and people don't really get the whole back to back thing. Although, as been mentioned, it could slow pace a bit. But the moral of this story is in GPP with McDavid down, I'm going to be rostering him with Yamamoto 100% in a lineup.
Yeah, I think that, I think a game stack here is well warranted. Doug, thoughts on Edmonton, Chicago? Like, are these studs worth it? Are there any value plays? Fill us in.
I was just perusing the value plays in this game. Not a ton. The sim really liked Ryan Hartman tonight, but I really don't see it. Sim likes McDavid, but nothing huge. Clefbaum and Adam Larson. He's not playing power play though, correct?
I want to say it's Chris Russell playing on their second power play.
Yeah, Chris Russell was. That was.
Might as well.
It's just amazing.
Okay, well, Larson at 3.1, still a decent floor. I mean, he's got 1, 2, 4, 3 shots in his last 4 games. He's getting almost 20 minutes a night at 3.1. Yet another low threes defenseman that the sim likes because of his high floor. So, or high expectation to meet his floor. So, not a ton that I really love in this game. I think you guys hit the nail on the head. I love the Yamamoto play. Sim still likes him even with his price exceeding or much larger than it was before. So,
yeah. I'm down for everything.
You mentioned that the sim really likes Hartman. I kind of agree with the sim. This game is not over yet on Wednesday night. So with Chicago losing currently 4-1 as the third period comes to a close, they might switch up their line. But as it stands, Ryan Hartman is playing on the second line with Kane and Schmaltz. And right now he's sitting at 16 minutes with a few minutes left in the game. I think he stays on that line, playing with Kane and someone like Schmaltz, who is a pass first player. Hartman showed last year that he has the shot rate to really be a valuable DFS player, and I think just in general he's talented enough to where he can pay off his mid-4s price tag, especially against an Edmonton team who's just giving up goals to all comers. I mean, let's see. This season, they've given up in their last. They shut out Calgary first game of the season in the McDavid show, and then they gave up 3 goals to Vancouver, 5 goals to Winnipeg, 6 goals to Ottawa, and then another 5 goals to Carolina on Tuesday night. So they're clearly struggling, and now they head to the road to face a Chicago team that just got embarrassed on national television. I don't think Hartman's a terrible play. But with that said, I think 2 lines of Kane and McDavid, well worth GPP stack, and pieces of it in cash. If you like them, feel free. Next game we'll go to St. Louis at Colorado. St. Louis coming off a back-to-back. Like I just said, they beat Chicago, and Colorado is quite bad. So we go back to the Tarasenko well. Does anyone else kind of catch your eye? Doug, do you want to lead us off here?
Yeah, I mean, Matt, are you glad that DJ messed up and gave you Tarasenko as your guaranteed goal now that he has a goal and an assist?
That is true.
But I mean, I was looking and Schwartz has 4 shots already, or in the game too. So not a bad play either, but I'm glad I had Tarasenko. Yeah, Sim likes Tarasenko the most of all of them, but I think there's definitely room for pretty much anybody that you played today. In my opinion, you can be playing again today, I guess, if you're listening to this on Thursday. As far as Colorado goes, there's nothing there that the Sim likes. The Sim has pretty much decided to give up on Colorado, although we're only 2.5 weeks into the season.
That's smart enough. Very smart.
Highest rated player on Colorado is Eric Johnson. And he's
boy,
a solid like 10 points lower than like the average high-priced guy on the slate. So I wouldn't play it.
Yeah,
Hard pass.
Yeah, hard pass. I mean, just the only player I could even nope. There is none. There just isn't like one right now. McKinnon's been really bad, which is surprising. I thought he was a candidate for possibly positive regression, but he hasn't. I mean, he has 5 points in 7 games. I'm not gonna like just eviscerate the guy, but like this is a guy that should be seeing 20+ minutes of ice time on this bad of a team. So until I see more from him, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I definitely get it. I just don't have interest in this team as it stands. Like they're just bad, and St. Louis is good defensively. Of course, as I look at it, Ryan Hartman just scored to make it 4-2 late in the third after a Keith from Kane goal. So you're kind of seeing, it doesn't really matter when, I should just say, like, Chicago is capable of putting up offense whenever, even if it's 4-0 in a game that looked like it was just posting to a finish. So I'm not really sure where I was trying to go with that. But, like, St. Louis is good defensively and no interest in Colorado. So play Tarasenko if you can afford him. Don't think he's necessary. Like, I think I prefer Kane among the elite wings here. But he's in play. Brayden Schenn is top 10 in the NHL in scoring chances so far this season, which certainly surprised me. He's playing on that power play 1 still, and he's just been generally productive. So I don't hate him at 6,000 in a tournament and stack him with Tarasenko for something that pretty much no one else is going to have. But anyone else want to jump in any other plays, or should we just go to Carolina, Calgary?
I can move on. I mean,
I'm good.
I mean, I think we're good. Covered it pretty well. I started to talk at one point, I got cut out, and I don't even know what I said. So
probably wasn't important.
It was bad. It was a bad take, I'm sure. I was talking about McKinnon, but it wasn't even to play him. So who cares?
It was about cognitive dissonance.
Probably.
I've heard of that term before, actually. I don't know if you knew that. All right.
So let's go to Carolina at Calgary. On Tuesday night, we mentioned that Martin Necas was like a pretty strong play. Turns out that he got the Kyler Yamamoto treatment on Tuesday night and played only 7 minutes. Not great. I did see someone posted a GIF on Twitter of the shift that he had with Aho and Lindholm, and they just toyed with the Edmonton defense and spent like a minute in the zone. It looked fantastic. But clearly, Nate Bess, for whatever reason, Bill Peters isn't ready to play him for like a normal allotment of minutes. So on the Carolina side, like you can play someone like Lindholm or Skinner or Falk. They're perfectly fine mid-tier options. But for me, I think the story of this game is looking at Dougie Hamilton at a lower price than TJ Brodie on defense for the Calgary Flames. That is just nutty. I know Dougie Hamilton isn't playing as many minutes as he was used to last year, up around 20, 21. But even in 17 minutes last game, granted against the Vancouver Canucks, he put up 8 fantasy points. Like, this guy is one of the best per minute producers in on defense in fantasy hockey. So I don't have a problem here, given the pace of this game that I think will show up, and just the fact that Dougie Hamilton is a really good hockey player. So, DJ, thoughts on this game and maybe any fantasy relevant news or players that you would have?
Fantasy relevant news. I mean, I think the biggest thing is that Michael Ferland was out last game. Probably will be out again from what I'm seeing. So Yager played with Gaudreau Monahan. The Chuck got a little time with Gaudreau Monahan. There's a lot of just kind of crossing lines and whatnot. But I think it's kind of the Monahan Gaudreau stack for me. I think that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. Both of them are reasonably priced right now. I do agree. I really just wonder in GPPs if you can't just hope that Dougie Hamilton gets a bump in minutes, and because he has been shooting the puck more than anyone else on the point there. So you could just hope in an up-tempo game with offensive upside that they just bump his minutes, and he's kind of the play there. So I like that.
Yeah,
Those three. And then, Carolina was kind of all over the map with who they played and where they played them. So a lot of even distribution of minutes there.
but Lindholm is the GOAT.
Yeah, no, I mean Lindholm, of course, leads the team in minutes. So yeah, I mean Lindholm with Falk could be a definite stack. They hooked up for a power play goal, I think. Well, they both had a point on power play, so yeah.
They did do quite well. Doug, thoughts on Carolina Calgary?
Yeah, I love the Gaudreau Monahan stack. One cheaper guy that I wanted to mention was Chris Versteeg. We didn't talk about him, did we? He's playing.
No.
He's playing third line, but he saw tons of power play one time the last 2 games. A possibility in a GPP. He just because of all that power play time, getting to play with Gaudreau Monahan. When was their last game? Was it the?
It was on Saturday.
They haven't played since the 14th.
Yep, it was.
Yeah. So he played on the power play one line with Brody, Yager, Gaudreau, and Monahan. So there's some possibility there. He plays with Bennett and Lazar on the regular line, which it doesn't really excite me or anything, but there's at least some possibility for some upside there. But in general, Gaudreau Monahan is where I'm going.
Yeah, I don't think it's a terrible idea if you play Gaudreau and Monahan. Either pick one of Yager or Versteeg. I don't think it's out of the realm of expectation that someone like Versteeg could get like a mid-game bump for at least a couple shifts with the Monahan-Gaudreau line. It doesn't seem like they're sold playing Yager like a full allotment of minutes. So like Jay said, Tkachuk got some time up there. I think Versteeg can get up there too. He's really talented offensively, and he's a dynamic power play guy. So I think that's a pretty strong take. So last game of the night, we're looking at Dallas at Arizona.
Rematch.
Dallas really, I mean, they say what you want about one game samples, but I don't know. Seguin, just didn't look like it looked like he was actually ceding to Jamie Benn in terms of shots and just general puck dominance. And it was weird because I spent the last year and a half watching, Jamie Benn kind of ride Seguin's coattails to get points and offensive game time, and looked just really great in the probably period and a half, 2 periods that I watched. So I know some people are saying that Ben was injured last year, and that's kind of why he was a bit hampered in terms of fantasy production. But I don't know how you pick between Seguin and Benn. And again, just glorious dream matchup. And I think this time they'll definitely pay off. I think last game was kind of an outlier in that Seguin didn't have a blow up game, and for that reason, Benn didn't have any actual goals or assists. So those two are the top plays here. But any other guys you want to keep an eye on, Klingberg is above 6K, which is just ridiculous. But some other, maybe a bit cheaper that you guys want to talk about?
Doug, I'll throw it to you. Anything from the sim?
Yeah, OEL hasn't been doing anything. I talked about him last pod, but Sim still likes him, and I'm still not ready to stop believing. Maybe I should be, but he just has great potential to meet his expectation as well as exceed. I mean, he's an offensive-minded defenseman. Dallas is a team that gives up a lot of chances normally, not last game so much. But I think that from what Matt said, I didn't watch the game, but I would be concerned with small sample size just being in everyone's mind. If Matt's concerned about Seguin not being as good as Benn or whatever, then I'm sure other people are too. And the sim still likes Seguin more, and maybe that might be the way I lean, but not for any real statistical reason other than that maybe some cognitive dissonance swirling around. But those are the only 2 hot takes I've got for you.
Yeah, I really don't have much. I feel like the game, you guys covered it pretty well there. I mean, Yeah,
I mean, that's pretty much the story of the Dallas team. They're a one-line team. Even the one value guy that I didn't talk about him much this year because he wasn't getting too big of a role. But Julius Honka looks to be a healthy scratch for Thursday's game, which is just an utter disappointment. But, life goes on, and I think he looked good enough, and his ice time went up and up as he played in more games. So he'll be back, and maybe one day he'll replace Klingberg on that top power play unit, but I don't think it'll be anytime soon. So, yeah, I don't like Arizona is just not interesting to me. Like, they're kind of in the same boat as New Jersey. I know last game Miller was not on the first line either. So, like, he was the one guy that, like, I looked at that, like, yeah, you can probably play him. But Duclair took his spot on the first line. And, like, there's minutes to be had, but I just don't think there's too high of projection anywhere for them to be anywhere close to worth it. So let's wrap up the show and give us some guaranteed goals. Does anyone want to go first? Does anyone have
I do.
planned out already?
I know who I want. I want
All right.
Hoffman and I want Voracek, just like yesterday.
Okay. All right, I'll take Yamamoto for my cheap. That's 4.7, so I got what 6 to work with. I'll take. Oh boy, did you want Yamamoto? I don't really care what you wanted. Do you have yours, Matt? I might need one more second here.
I mean, I think it's just foolish at this point to not go with Kucherov, so I will just grab Kucherov.
All right, I'll you know what? I'll go Yamamoto and Cam Atkinson. That's that's like exactly 12, I think. So
good enough.
Yeah.
I can't guarantee that he will score a goal, but I think he'll get at least 6 shots on net. Ryan Pulock is going to be a man on a mission against the Rangers.
Oh my God, shut
like
up.
we've said, Rangers do is keep up scoring chances, and Pulock has one of the best shots of any defenseman in the league. Like, this is not a drill, folks.
Are you sure?
If you look at the last playoff series, which oddly was the last time Pulock was in the NHL, Pulock was a ridiculously good fantasy asset. And he's not gotten any worse. I mean, he's probably only gotten stronger. And on the power play 1, I think Pulock is going to go out and have a smash night for whoever's brave enough to roster him. So let's go Kucherov and Pulock.
Matt, if Pulock scores a goal, I will let you pick the first verse of any song you want, and I'll sing it on the podcast for free.
Oh, easy. It's Tony's story. So we'll hear.
Oh God.
Yes.
Okay, so that's an inside joke. Also, in case you're wondering how I'm doing tonight, I'm in 106 right now with one of my lineups, and Alex Galchenyuk is going to get me the hat trick to win me the slate. So
awesome. So we have the hot takes, we have the news, we have the plays. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we tell them where to find us on Twitter and the website, and then go on with the rest of the Thursdays?
yeah, I mean, please keep joining our group me. It's absolutely lit. It's the reason why I knew that Galchenyuk was jumping into the first line tonight. That's stuff like that happens a lot. And if you have an alert on your phone from people you can trust, it really helps. So the group me, we've had a bunch join this year. Keep coming in. Definitely write us a review. I don't care if you've written one before or not. Do it again. Why not? I'll sing it. It's a good time. Pick a song, any song. Try to make it somewhat knowable. And other than that, yeah, have a good weekend. I'll be down in Philly with Matt, so we'll be clowning around.
The 2 clown Migos.
Yeah, Doug can't come because
he's soft. We knew that.
Yeah.
So yeah, be sure to follow us on Twitter at Morningscape Pod. You can find our website where the sim lives at morningscapepod.com.
At least until Saturday.
Yes, we will figure out, if in case you didn't hear us on Tuesday, we did kind of get a cease and desist from the platform that we used to host the sim because we had too many people looking at it, which is certainly a problem we are willing to address. So we'll find a new way to host it, and it will not be a problem.
Yeah, we have a new way. It's me learning the ins and outs of this new way so that it'll actually show up on the website when I want it to. So have no fear. There will be free tables provided on Morningsky. It just may not be on the 21st when I get kicked out of what I'm using now, but it will happen.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, enjoy your Thursdays, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the Morning Skate podcast. Be sure to go to iTunes, leave us that review. We would love to hear what you got. DJ,
And
get your
I'd love
rapping
to
lungs ready.
sing it. I'll do opera. I don't care. I
We're
can't
gonna-
sing opera. I don't care.
Yeah. Yes, so
Get creative.
sure to
Get
tune
as
into our
creative
next
as
show.
possible. Yes.
follow us on Twitter, all that cool stuff. And have a good slate, everyone. From Doug, from DJ, and from myself, have a good slate, and we will see you.